Yo, what's going on, everyone? What up, what up? It's your girl, MsDjHoodie, getting at you guys with another Why Run podcast episode and on panel on this Friday the 13th, 2025. We got Joshua.
Boo. It's not Friday the 13th.
This guy. If you guys go to x.com/Rob's Just Thinking, this guy had the nerve to try and call my ass out on my mistake on my blog, MsDjHoodie.com. If you haven't checked it out right now. I do prompts. But this guy gets on his X, his Twitter X, mind you, and he was like, my wife threw me off because she wrote on her blog it was Friday the 13th, and it's not even Friday the 13th, it's actually Thursday. I was excuse me.
Oh, you listen to it. Thanks for listening.
Oh, wow. Is that another jab?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
No.
And this guy did not tell me that he did a spaces today.
Oh, no. I didn't say anything. I just did it.
It was
I
good,
was off
babe.
my leash. Thanks, babe. I escaped the leash. I ran rampant.
Yeah, he had the zoomies.
Yeah. Well, you did throw me off because the first thing I did after being on the phone with you, well, no, I was on the phone with you when I went to check your vlog and I said Friday the 13th. And I was like, wait, it's Friday? You're like, no, it's Thursday. I'm like, well, you put Friday. And you're like, did I? So I was like, damn, because I was going to say I got scared, but no, I didn't get scared. I was just like, so it's Friday the 13th and there's a lunar eclipse, a red moon, blood moon, I think. So I was like, yeah, this is freaky shit. But then you were like, no, it's Thursday. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so I had to drive how many fucking miles back to my house just to fix that one error. That one error. Say what?
So you fixed it?
Yes, I did.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Rob's my editor. He's my proofreader. Yes.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll be able to get through this episode without any interruptions because it's super windy outside. It's blowy, babe. I'm going to blow away. Well, hopefully I don't lose power or my internet doesn't go out. I said internet.
Internet.
I didn't say internet.
Internet.
My internet.
See, my scholar is scholaring.
I'm a scholar.
Yes, he's my Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yes, his Harry Potter picture is trending. Yeah, you just see this little raccoon with these thick black rimmed glasses, yes, and a ruler with a what is it? What house was Harry Potter in? He was Gryffindor. No, you haven't. You watched Lord of the Rings. And I'm not asking you about Harry Potter.
I know. I'm like, who?
Yes.
I don't know, Mr. Potter.
Potter.
I haven't seen Mr. Potter.
Saint Potter. Yeah, that's Malfoy. He was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him to watch all of the movies. We're gonna have a fucking marathon. But let me say, I have a confession. I have not watched the last Harry Potter. I think they're like 2 parts, but like it just drags on. Like it's just a bunch of just like lame filler shit, and it lost me. So I'm gonna have to watch the last one. Well, actually the 2 parts, because it just drags on to a bunch of nothing. So. I had to say that.
How many the movies, right?
Yeah, I think there's 7.
7 2-hour movies?
Almost 3.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe, but they're good. I mean, it keeps you locked in. So it's not like, oh my god, when is it going to end? Like, you kind of don't want it to end. So that's what's really, really cool about it.
Okay, I'll give it a chance. My snacks.
You want snacks?
I need snacks.
During the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have snacks. You'll have Carl's, you'll have snacks. Cheeto Puffs.
Ooh. Carl's.
You know what? I have to say this. It was so funny. Yes. Can I say it?
Yeah,
it's fucking fun. Okay. So the other night, before we went to sleep, we were gonna have sexy time, right? And like in the middle of like he asked me, he was like, "What are you thinking about?" And I was like, "What? Like right now?" And then he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I don't know why, but I see a big ass Cheeto Puff." I was literally thinking about snacks. That shit fucking, like, it made me laugh because, you know, like Rob and I, we kind of portray ourselves, you know, as raccoons. And I made up like a little like Yahoo chat username. I love snack 69. And it was so funny because like I was literally thinking about a big ass fucking Cheeto Puff floating in the air like a fucking blimp. And he asked me at that very moment. And I was like, like literally right now, Cheeto Puffs.
Yeah, because I felt like your brain just went somewhere else. I was like, where did you go? What are you thinking? You're like Cheeto Puff. I'm like, wow.
That shit had me rolling.
At
I
least it
couldn't
wasn't a
stop.
shrimp. Like shrimp. I'm like, oh no.
Shrimp. Oh my god, that shit had me. That shit, I couldn't stop laughing. And I just felt like I fucked up the whole mood. Because he was like, what?
It didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Loser.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
like, hey, I
funny.
love snacks too.
I love Snack 69.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember how we came up with that name, but oh, I think so. I think I do know. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yes, babe. Yes. So,
Yes.
Mr. Snacks.
Mhm. I don't. You know what? I actually don't really have snacks right now. I have
What?
those Snicker ice cream bars.
Ooh.
I have a bag that I had bought for my niece like 2 months ago of those vegetable sticks or whatever they're called. Like
Oh
those
yeah, like
healthier
they look
chips.
like veggie fries. Like
Yeah,
they're
veggie
green and
sticks.
red and yellow, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I have a bag of those, and then I have what do I have? The what are they called? Oyster crackers or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're soup crackers. Yeah, I have those. I don't have any more chips. I
Alright.
finished those. But yeah, I need to stock up on my snacks. You know what I need to stop doing though? I need to stop buying popcorn and not eating it. Because it does go
Put them
to
in the freezer.
freezer.
Yes, I told you that when we were at home. When you okay, here's a little hack, you guys. You know when you make popcorn in a microwave, and when you pour them in a bowl, you know how you get some of the things that haven't popped. If you
Yeah.
put them in the freezer, every single one of them will pop. So you won't get any of the little corn
Kernels.
things. Yeah, all of them will pop. I told you
So
to
you
try it. Try it.
Yeah, but my popcorn is already old. That's what I'm saying. I have like 7 bags that I've had for like a year or more.
Oh, they're
I
expired.
don't know. Does it expire? I
Oh.
would think so since it has butter.
Yeah, I think it does. Because I just threw
Yeah.
out some at the
Yeah.
beginning of this year
I
that
go
were
through
still in my
phases where I
pantry.
love popcorn, but then I go through phases where it's just like, oh, they're just there.
Yeah, I like popcorn. I like the cheddar ones, but yeah, it gets me kind of. I start blowing hot air if you get what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
not only that, like it gets under my dentures and it fucking hurts.
No.
So I can't have popcorn all the time.
No.
Yeah, it sucks.
Aren't those what are they called? Smart something? Smart pop or something? Aren't they like the kind of like
Fluffy.
the Cheeto puffs?
Oh, you
Like
mean
kinda
like the Popeye cereal?
Popeye cereal. What the heck is that?
They're like rice puffs or some shit. They're like really soft. Oh my gosh. Put it in the chat if you know exactly what kind of cereal I'm talking about. It has Popeye on it. And it's like soft rice. And it looks like it has the look and texture of popcorn, but it's like a rice. Put it in the chat.
Yeah, it kind of melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
You do the same, babe.
Shit.
Yes, babe.
But yeah, it's a popcorn that doesn't have the hard sensor. Who the heck is texting you?
He's telling me to drink water.
Uh-huh.
Drink water.
Who's texting us, babe?
All my tips came in.
Oh, that's good. Okay, babe.
I did 4 trips today? I don't recall. I don't.
Babe's just floating.
Holy. Yeah. I did 4 trips and I was out for an hour and 55 minutes. Ooh.
Noise.
Noise.
Can I turn this thing sideways?
Huh?
No, I'm just trying to turn the document sideways. It's okay. It's fine. What are we on? 4? 4 and 5?
Yeah.
Let's do 4 now, and then we'll do the rest later.
Okay, I need to
Okay, good
timestamp this too, because...
Because we're talking?
No, because you're telling me to take it out.
No, I didn't take it out. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying we're not going to do it all today. That's what she said.
I
you
can't
got that?
take it out in today. That's what Babe heard. Oh, Who
What?
is she? Who is she?
I don't know why I started thinking about that image that you were talking about, the scholar, with this ruler, the books, and my index cards. I'm ready to go to school, babe.
Yes.
I don't know why that just popped in my mind right now. I'm like, huh.
Uh-huh.
You know, okay. What?
Nothing.
What, babe? What?
Nothing. Yeah, my scholar picture would consist of those jumbo crayons, colorful construction paper. Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I vision going to school. I didn't think about pencils or paper or note cards or anything like that. Because school to me was like supposed to be like colorful and like fun. Yeah, you learn things, but like you're like crafting, or I don't know. I was lied to.
Creative. I was like, I want a refund.
Hell yeah, I showed up with all these fucking crayons and all these things, and like, yeah, it wasn't even that. Like, we didn't even get to, and I was so eager to open up my box of crayons and like go to town, and I couldn't even do that. It was all workbooks and worksheets, and you couldn't even color in the characters that were on your homework. And if you did, you got in trouble.
Babe,
see.
What kind of pencils did you like better, the regular number 2 ones or the lead pencils?
Lead pencils.
Yes, me too.
They were darker.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were darker, more ashy. And like, you know what I used to do? I used to scribble, like really build up that lead to powder. Yeah, and then I used to like dip my fingers in it. and then I would use like my eraser and like, yeah, like kind of erase like images in it, like faces and stuff. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a rain cloud. And it's mad.
Yeah, there's a couple outside my window. There's a couple of those.
Yeah. Oh, no. Okay, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just went somewhere else.
No, I'm the one that did that.
Yeah, he's showing off his scholarship.
I'm a nerd. I got my black Timbs on with my khaki pants, my black button-up shirt, my glasses, with my ruler clipped on my pant loop. I got my index cards in one hand and my books in the other.
And he has all his pens in his little shirt pocket.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, you either look like a scholar or you look like an altar boy.
And she loves them both.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, Dave, babe, let everyone else answer the passages in the...
No.
He's like, no.
No. It's all me.
Let the congregation speak. Let them volunteer.
No.
Yeah, Rob just knows all the answers.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, I'll be quiet now.
No. And no.
Teacher's pet. Teacher told me to be quiet.
But we know you really won't, and that's good.
Yeah.
You're eager. You're knowledgeable, babe.
So, teach me.
So.
What's number 4 about?
Okay.
Oh, did you hear that?
What?
I heard wind chimes.
Yeah, there's wind chimes outside my window.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that you were on that side of the house. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember asking you one time, I heard something, and I was like, do you have wind chimes? And you were like, no. And I was like, does anybody around you have them? You're like, no. I was like, I heard them.
And you know what's weird about that time is that I was in our bedroom when you heard that.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, no. But I didn't think about my neighbor across the street that has them.
Yeah, but they're like way on the other side.
Right,
They're
that's why I was like,
on the other side of the...
You hear wind chimes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I heard them right now, so that's good. At least I know where you're at.
Oh,
Keep
no.
tabs on you, babe.
Am I in trouble? That Popeyes guy.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yes, Rob thinks he was trying to bait me with Popeye coupons.
He was.
No,
He was.
wasn't.
It's like, you come back and use them coupons, okay? And you're like, And you're like, I didn't even hear them. I'm like, babe, he's just trying to seduce you with coupons.
And I'm like, no, he's not.
But you didn't even hear them.
Oh, yeah, I was telling Rob when I got back into the car. Because, okay, let me tell you guys something. So, I was saying bye to the guy, and I had Rob on speakerphone, and he was like, he was all like that. And then when I came out of the store, like, I was talking to him, and then all of a sudden his call connected to the car, and I was like, oh shit. So he can't even hear me talking, but I was laughing because it was almost like he like ran to the car because he didn't want to hear it. And so when I got into the car, Rob was like, them coupons, whatever. And I was like, babe, I said, that whole entire time he was talking, and he was like, yeah. And I was like, I didn't hear a fucking word he said. And I told him, I said, I can't hear.
Yeah, and the guy had a deep voice and he was mumbling too, so it was kind of hard to make out what he was saying, but I could hear him trying to flirt.
No, he was
not. I was giggling and no, he was.
No,
I'm telling you, he was. Oh my gosh, babe.
That's just good customer service, okay? And plus, he was a manager.
Okay.
He was a manager,
okay.
So yeah, he's on camera. He has to be nice.
Okay, let's go get the camera video. Let's go get it. Let's go get the footage and let everybody else judge.
Yeah, we'll all watch Rob run back to the car.
Yeah.
That shit had me laughing, but yeah, I was like, babe, I didn't hear a word that guy said. But good news, everybody, I get my hearing aids tomorrow. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I I just hope that because they took a mold inside of my ear, it was like halfway into my fucking head, and I just don't want it to hurt. Because I don't know if it's metal, I don't know if it's soft,
No.
like I don't know what it is. So, and
I
is it
don't
something
think
that I have to take out of my head before I go to sleep? So I don't know, but we'll find out
Yeah,
tomorrow.
make sure you ask all them questions tomorrow.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, babe.
Okay, back to topic.
Mm-hmm.
Back to topic
111,
of
111, 111,
Ooh,
111,
what
111. Sorry, I had to interrupt.
No, it's all good.
Okay.
It's all great, baby.
Let's go.
Okay, topic of deep thinkers. Number 4. We take time before making decisions. We look for alternative solutions. We analyze from different perspectives. We weigh out our pros and cons, and Rob knows why I have to say it like that, before sticking to a decision. Comments?
Yeah, we have to weigh out everything. I do. I know I talk more now than I used to, but before, I remember this one lady I used to work with. She's like, "Why are you always thinking? You're always so quiet and just thinking." She goes, "What are you thinking about?" I'm like, "A lot of things." So I used to think a lot, deep thinking, not so much overthinking. We still have to cover that part, but yeah, I was always analyzing everything, and it's true. And people always say, "Oh, it's because you're a Libra, that's why you're so indecisive." And I'm like, "No, it's because I'm weighing out all the pros and cons. You guys just react. I don't, and this is why I can always weigh out what's good and bad." Some people are very impulsive, so I had to analyze everything. I had to think about everything. So yeah, I agree. It's true. And I'm very analytical. I have to look for at least 3 ways to fix something. If one doesn't work, I try the next.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
Me, I find problems to solutions. That's my thing. And I'm trying not to be that way.
No, I don't think you are. You
Well,
think you are, but I think
I could do both. It just depends. Like, I kind of put that on my website today. Remember, MsDjHoodie.com. I didn't write it out exactly, but like when it comes to other people, like I spring into action. Like I'm just right there, just willing to help, and I'll come up. You know, I can literally pull at strings, and it makes sense, and it's like they are really good ideas and solutions to other people's problems. But when it's my own, it's like, yeah, like, oh, that's not gonna work because of this, or I don't see that working out because of this. Like, oh well, that would work if I hadn't had did this. You know, like I'm very critical of myself. Like, you know, and they're not lies. That's not me being mean to myself or looking at myself like, you know, like I'm just a bad person. Like those are really like what I feel, and that's the only things that make sense to me of something not working out. But when it's other people, like if other people are like speaking the same way that I speak to myself, like, oh, I don't see it working out because of this. And for me, I'll be like, well, if you have this other thing, then you can do it. Yeah, but you know, but what I'm saying is, and for me, I'll be like, yeah, but you know, if you just do this, you know, this can happen. If not, then you could just do this other thing. So, like, I fix other people's problems. I make them see the bigger picture, and it's positive. It's not negative. The only time that I speak to them about something negative is to make a point that if they don't do something, then yeah, then I could see it going to shit. But I'm really good at showing and explaining both.
Yeah. I think with me too, it's people seem to think that I'm very optimistic and I just look at the bright side of things and I don't really consider the negative or the dark things, but that's not true. I look at everything. I try and stay optimistic, but I'm also realistic. I know when something's not going to work. I know when we have to look for a different way of attacking things or trying to fix things. So it's not that I'm just optimistic and I'm confident. I'm also, like I said, realistic. I know when to walk away from things. I know when it's time to call in the mechanics, the engineers, and not trying to fix it ourselves with duct tape and rope. You know.
Yeah.
So we do have to analyze everything. That's why I say, like, a lot of times you think that you're just negative and you look at all the negative things and you find problems to solutions and all that stuff, and I don't think you are. I think we both do the same thing. We just sometimes we operate in the opposite way. You might think that you're negative, and I'm over here thinking I'm realistic, but I'm optimistic, so it sounds like I'm just positive and everything's good. Don't worry, nothing's gonna go bad. Everything's perfect. Like, that sounds delusional, but I know I do have faith in a lot of things because I'm like, I know when things do go wrong, we're gonna know how to fix it. So why are you being negative Nancy? Like, come on, let's just do it. And I think that that's also the reason why you and I work so well together, because we do. Even when I don't see the negative things to things that you do, you point them out, and I'm like, yeah, but see, if we keep going, we're gonna get here. And you're like, oh yeah. See,
Yeah, I do that. I'm like, oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like we both analyze and we both weigh out things, and we're like, okay, this is what we need to do, and this is how we're gonna get there. But yeah, there's gonna be obstacles, and when we get to it, we'll fix them. So let's just go. Come on, follow me, and then we both end up in a pit. Like, see, why would you follow me? I was just following the snacks. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
You can't even see us anymore in the pit. You just see our little eyes, the whites of our eyes. I'm like, why are we here? Because I was following the snacks, and you were following me.
Yes, yes. And I'm always thankful for. And I'm always thankful for when we end up we're all caught in a trap.
At least we're together.
Yes. As long as we ate before we got trapped.
Yeah. Like, oh, I brought snacks.
Yes.
I got cookies. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
This last part before we go on to the opposite is we wait for we weigh out our pros and cons before sticking to a decision. For me, when I read that, I jump to my horoscope, my zodiac sign, which is an Aries. And what's said about Aries is that we never look before we jump, we just jump. So,
that's how we ended up in the pit.
Yeah. Unfair. Well, okay, so Rob is a Libra. And so, of course, he's the scale, like, good, bad, right, wrong. Everything has to be a balance. Everything has to make sense. For me, I'm just like, I'm throwing the weight scale. And I'm just like, see, everything will be okay. And then, I just follow suit. Like, I just go. Like, I just jump into things. I don't think I really make decisions. And Rob, you can correct me or agree or disagree, but like, I don't think I stick to decisions. Like I make decisions and then I back out of it, and then I'm just like, well, that wasn't really a decision. Like that's kind of like not saying that I use that as a loophole, but like that's just how I am. Like I don't really like stick to anything because whether I'm an Aries or because I'm an artist, like just I'm just used to things. Like I'm used to delays. Like I'm used to things like fucking up, not going right, not going my way. Like or things just falling through. Like I think I've kind of learned not to make decisions based upon, again, if it's because I'm an Aries or because I'm an artist. Being an Aries is just like personality, right? But like that is my personality. I don't stick to decisions. Like I'm pretty much open for like, I don't, again, you guys know I don't like that whatever happens. Like that's so, stupid. I hate that saying, but it's almost like I kind of do that without saying it, because it's like, don't try to call me out on some shit. Like, because I feel like that's two totally different things. And it's just like, well, if this works out, then it works out. If not, like, I'm not even going to be mad about it because it's giving me so much issues anyway. So, a deep thinker, I think that you all would agree to that, or at least like be open to the whole sticking to a decision thing.
I think, I don't know if it's fluid. I think that's the term. You're very fluid. So you kind of go with, yes, you do.
And please don't call me gender fluid, okay?
No.
Oh my gosh, these people though, like they'll just be like, oh my god, did you guys hear what Heidi said about herself? Yeah, they would be like, that's the shit that they haven't been saying all these months and years. Yeah, okay, I just have to throw that in there, but go ahead.
No, I feel like there's a big difference between being a floater. You just kind of go with the flow. You just kind of, whatever happens. And in your case, I feel like you're more, this is what I want to do, but if it doesn't turn out that way, then this is what I can do. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, for instance, when you do painting, or just, I don't even know why I'm saying paint, but with paint, you have, I guess, something in your mind that you're like, okay, I'm going to use this shade of blue, but then you can't get that shade of blue. So you're just like, okay, this is close enough. I'm going to use it because it still works with what I have in my mind. So I don't think that's...
Yeah, and then when I step back and look at the painting, I'm regretting my whole fucking decision, and I'm like, oh my god, it's ruined.
But you know that you can start over. And you
yes, but it's a pain in the ass is what is my point.
Yeah,
that's Audie's life, and you'll find all of that on the Art Struggles.
But that is the Aries. That's what you're talking about. You just jump into it. You just do it. That's what I'm saying. And so, and another thing that came to me right now when you were saying that was, that's the difference between a deep thinker and an overthinker. An overthinker is going to get paralyzed with overthinking, and they're not going to do shit.
Oh, yeah, that's me too.
Play it safe. They're going to play it safe and not do anything. Get paralyzed by the thought.
That's why I haven't used the canvas that Rob got me like months ago. Love you, babe. I still love it. Thank you. I'll get
you haven't used the other big ones too, huh?
No, I didn't. I bought that like 2 years ago.
It's the big ones. It's the big ones, babe. They scare you.
No, they don't. I just want it to be perfect. Like, I want to have the perfect idea for these paintings. These
Yeah.
canvases, yes. But go continue.
Well, yeah, that's just what was coming to me about, because I keep thinking that it's the same thing, overthinking and deep thinking, but it's not. Like I said, overthinking paralyzes you and you don't do anything. Deep thinking is you just analyze, like you said, the pros and cons. You weigh everything out, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do it. But what are we on? The opposites now?
Yes.
Or not yet? Oh, okay. I got a little lost there. Sorry.
What? You got nauseous?
No, I said I got a little lost.
Oh shit! I was like, you got nauseous? Oh no.
No.
That's me all the time.
No.
Okay, so the opposite of all of that we just said. They typically do the same thing, but it's in a way to have their cake and eat it too. They think loopholes are solutions, and they won't listen to others' different perspectives. They will feel attacked. Their pros are right, and yours are the cons, and you're wrong.
What does that? They want their cake and eat it too. What does that mean?
We know plenty
I
of
know what it
those.
means. Yes, I do. But when it comes to this, what does that mean?
So if somebody has a different perspective than they do, then it's like they'll lie or make it so that you won't see that, like you won't go by your perspective, but theirs, and theirs only.
Okay.
Does that make sense? It's like they'll work it in a way, like, oh yeah, like I see your perspective, but what I'm saying is that if I could do just this thing, like both of us will win, kind of thing.
No.
So, and it's like, yeah, well, I don't see it working like that. And then see and if you say like I don't see it working out like that, or like I don't see that happening, or you're just kind of like, yeah, but because again, like we're trying to give different alternatives so that we don't have to go their way, like we're trying to think of a safer way to get through, or fix a problem. So we're analyzing everything, and because we do that, they feel attacked, and that's it. It says it right there, like they feel attacked. Like they're just gonna be like, oh, so why are you attacking my idea? And it's like, I'm not attacking it. Like I'm just thinking of another way, but that's just how they perceive it.
Okay.
And see, and it says right there too, loopholes to them are solutions to like a shortcut, so that they don't have to do all of the work, or they don't have to do all of the research, or they don't have to use their supply to help the situation, when it's like, yo, all you have to do is give this one thing, and once you get that one thing, and if everything goes through, then you'll have a lot more to gain. But they don't look at it like that, because they're just going to be like, oh, well, why do I have to give up this thing? Why can't you give up your thing? So it's almost like they're trying to control the situation as well, like without having to lose anything. And it says their pros are right to them, and you're wrong, and your idea is a con. So that's what the opposite of like making a decision. Like they don't want to make any kind of decision. Like they feel like why do I have to make a solution? Like this thing isn't even my problem. You know what I mean?
So like if you have a project with someone and they're like, oh, this is the best way, their way is the best way, but they're like, okay, we'll do it your way, and if it works out, then we came up with the plan. But if it doesn't work out, it was your fault, and we're gonna do it my way.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
And they don't make good decisions, and the decisions that they make is just their own.
Yeah.
Like no, like it can't be done any other way but their way.
Yeah. I know someone like that.
And not only that, when they do make a decision, they don't stick to it. So that part's kind of like me. Like I don't really stick to a decision, but it's like it depends what kind of, my opinion, I think it depends on the type of lives that they live, how they are as a person, and like what the problem is. That makes them like, oh shit, like I thought that was I mean, it'd be different if, oh, I thought that was a good idea, but now I see that it's not. But see, they will never admit that. They'll never admit that. That's the difference between, said person or people compared to my attitude or the way that I go about things. Yes, I am a deep thinker, but yeah, like Rob said, like we should do one about overthinking, because I think that's also an addition. So, Rob says that, well, in the very beginning, he was like, you can get very decisive. And it's like, yeah, so like you're already telling me shit that I already know, and he wasn't trying to be mean or anything. Like he was just like, I kind of noticed that you're indecisive, and I'm just like,
What's your point?
Yes.
Yeah, like I like to book blocks just to cancel. I like the cancel part better than going to it. Okay.
Yes. And a lot of people say that a lot of women are like that, and it's like, well, if you know it, then don't bitch about it. Just be supportive.
See, babe. See, it makes perfect sense now.
What makes perfect sense?
the reason why I'm always preparing for everything. Like I carry that little backpack full of snacks and rope and shovel and tape and
I was
everything, right?
impressed. I was like, where are we going?
Wherever we end up, I'm prepared for everything. So see, when we jump and we're in the pit now because we were following your plan, because you just jump without looking. At least now we have my little backpack that's gonna help us survive this. Okay, now it makes sense.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. We're on the right track then, babe. I got you.
Yes, he is so thoughtful. I appreciate him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, so next time I want to go to the dollar store to go get to go get snacks and leave them in the car. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm planning for the future.
Yes, that actually helped me. During the times when I was like stuck in traffic and I felt like my blood sugar was low because I'm only surviving on coffee and fries. I needed like something more, and he bought me little candies just in case my sugar. He bought like sanitizing wipes, hand sanitizer, and he's just like, people are disgusting. And so he's like, he has like a first aid kit, bandages.
Yeah.
Yes, and blankets. Yeah, he's always prepared. Like that's Rob. That's Rob.
Yeah.
Just Rob.
Just me being ready for everything.
Why do you sound so sad? I don't know.
I don't know.
That's so cute. He sounds sad saying it. He's like, I don't know. Aww. Shall we move on to number 5?
Let me see.
Well, I kind of want to eat.
Yeah. So
well, I have to heat up the grill and stuff. I'm sorry, I cut you off. What?
No, I said let's just stop right now then.
Okay, go on break.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Probably go cook too.
What are you gonna cook?
Steak. Remember from the box. You know what? Are you still recording?
Yes.
I was gonna talk about my meat. Maybe
Yes.
you shouldn't record.
No. Record it.
Well, now it doesn't make sense. But I was thinking that we should probably keep the membership, but I don't know how it works, so I have to look into it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have to get it every week, every month. I don't know if you can skip and make it like a 3-month type of thing.
Yeah.
Like every 3 months. So we'll see. I'll look into it. But yeah, I mean, you can tell the quality of the meat is good. It's way different than the shit you get at the store.
No way.
Yeah, like you can tell the texture. You can see the fibers in the food, in the meat.
What?
Yeah, so it's pretty good. I mean, hopefully I can cook it good because I've never cooked real steak.
Yeah.
I think I cooked the steak maybe once or twice, but I don't like my shit bloody. Sorry. I know people don't like to hear that because they're like, oh, you're overcooking it. It's fine. I'm the one that's going to eat it. You know what? 2 things. One, I don't like the bloodshed. Bloodshed. I don't like the bloodshed. And it messes my stomach up. So that's part of the reason why I don't eat it raw.
It messes your stomach up like
yeah.
like it wasn't almost like food poison? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay.
So my stomach can handle everything except for blood.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
I have to make sure everything's cooked. I don't know. I can't take that risk.
Yeah.
And it's fine. I love the way my mom overcooks the meat, okay? But this time I'm cooking myself because it is fucking steak and it costs a lot of money, so I don't want her to mess it up. I just want to make sure that it cooks well enough, So
she probably makes it like hella perfect and you don't even know it.
I know. What she does for me. So.
We should have that meat box sponsor us.
Yeah, I wish.
Sponsor us, the Wine Run Podcast.
I wish. Are you playing music?
Yeah, somebody's playing music outside.
Oh, I'm tripping, man. You need to tell me when things are... Because I'm like, is it in my brain?
Brain?
Is my brain? I don't know if you want to leave this in, but... So, you guys might have heard, because I know we played it on the White Run, because it came through on the White Run, but that phone call that was made, that I heard someone say, someone pick up, we think now that was foreshadowing what happened that weekend, him calling.
Yes.
I think that's what that was. And we just figured it out yesterday. We were like, babe, you know what I was thinking? She's like, yeah, me too. Like, really? Like, yeah. All leadership. But we were like, oh, yeah, it makes sense now.
Yeah, that shit really, like, I was like, wow. Like, I kind of can see, like, him saying that.
Yeah.
Like, will someone pick up? Oof.
Yeah, even if it's him thinking, like, I wonder if I call her, if she'll pick up. So,
well, I think he was also wondering if I still had the same number.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy. But see, that's the thing that we were talking about today. We need to be more prepared and be more alert. That's why I keep saying whenever I hear things or I think I hear things, I would double check with Audie because I'm like, I don't know if that's a warning in my mind, something's coming to me, or if it's an actual sound. I sound paranoid, but I'm not paranoid. I'm just, I'm asking.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially with this wind. You know how my window's a little cracked? I don't know if you've noticed.
That
Do you know how to fix that?
What?
We could probably fix it. The window. It's not
Your
censored.
window?
Yeah. You know how at the top it's cracked, even though the bottom is closed?
I
Did
think
you
so.
notice that?
No, I didn't notice.
Yeah, so right now my window's closed, right? Supposedly, it's supposed to be. But at the top, there's a little tiny crack, and I can hear the wind howling through my window. So I'm like, is that you speaking? What are you trying to say? It's like saying words, and I'm like, oh shit.
You're just
So,
scaring yourself.
I know. Like, oh
Oh
no, my
no.
fan is spinning, and it's on the wind. My ceiling fan is possessed, and it's the wind.
Oh shit. Did you tell me what was on your ceiling? Or you don't want to
that
discuss that?
that little black thing that I saw.
Yes.
I don't know what it was. I hit it with a broom, but I don't know if it was a spider or not.
Bag.
Bug.
Oh no.
I don't know. It could have either been a spider or a piece of lint. Because, like I said, I do need to dust my ceilings and stuff. It was like, Dad, you got spider webs up there? No. I don't even use my ceiling fan, but it has a little tiny little lint right there on the corner. I can see it. I'm pointing right at it. I gotta clean that. But no, I don't know if it was a spider. It could have been.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
yeah, I gotta do that stuff. Let's take a break so you can eat. Cause
Yes.
you still gotta cook. And I'll go do that stuff. And we'll see what time we're done.
Okay. And we are back. How was your snack today?
I didn't eat.
You didn't eat? Oh,
No.
you just cooked but you didn't eat?
Yes.
OMG.
Discipline, babe.
You said discipline?
Yes, it took everything out of me tonight. Scarf it all down.
Oh my gosh. I wouldn't have cared. I would have been like, Gimme! It's your mine!
Give me.
I would have been hugging my sikwi. Like the way I hug your sikwi.
Uh-huh. No hands.
Shush. You shush.
Mhm.
Babe.
What? You're the one that said it. Don't
You
blame
don't
me.
say no hands.
You
Oh
know-
my
you know
god,
that.
it's gonna go X-rated.
Uh-huh.
Baby.
You took it there. You were talking about hugging my meat.
I couldn't help it.
Mhm.
I had to say it. I had to say what I do.
And then you blame me. It's your fault.
Yeah, I share and spill all of my business. It's fun.
It's fine. Did you say fine or fun?
I said it's fun.
Oh,
hmm
yeah.
Well, it's fun
Okay.
because they're just like chapters of my life, you know, because like what I was telling you a couple days ago, where or I think it was last night, I can't remember, but I was telling Rob that yeah, I used to do like a lot of Y-Run episodes pertaining to dating, relationships, sex, you know, that sort of thing, just being fucking nasty with it, man. And like I know I had her on the show. She goes by Alabama Mammy. Man, we were some fucking perverts. And I actually thought of including some of those clips in with like some Y-Run episodes, the ones that are of course pertaining to those things, but it's just like a humor thing. But it wasn't just about sex. Like we talk about like discussing ass people that we knew, and yeah, we did like you know, we called them voice blogs, but I guess you know they could have been podcasts. It was kind of like almost like a shit show, but I think we had like topics though. Like I mean I don't know, it's hard to explain, but yeah, like I would really like to air those, but yeah, some of those people that we kind of don't talk to anymore, or you know they all, not all, but some of them passed away, lost touch, or you
I
know,
was
that
gonna
sort of
say, what the hell? Sorry, I don't mean to laugh at you. Made it day. I think they're all dead. I'm like, what? Shit. Rest in peace, all of them. Like, whoa. Sheesh.
Mhm.
Are you trying
Yeah,
to tell
I
me something,
mean,
babe?
well, actually, one of them was, and I told you this, and I think I kind of talked about it a little bit, but yeah, like one of them was my stalker, And that
What?
motherfucker was, yeah. And I told you that he was in on a couple episodes, and he, yeah, like fucking followed me everywhere.
What? I
Yeah.
don't remember that.
And I still have those recordings as well. But see, those are the ones that I would like heavily edit his stupid ass out. But yeah, he was my very first stalker, and it scared the fuck out of me because
But
he
that's
was
not
the
the one
one.
that.
What?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, he was the one that actually moved from where he was living at and lived closer. But he moved to a state where he thought I lived, and he got pissed off when he found out that I didn't live there. And then that's when he was sending me sacrificing daggers to my house. So yeah, but but
Well, this took a turn.
yeah.
Jeez.
How do we get on this shit anyway? I know
I
I just
don't
kind
know.
of
We went
okay.
from my meat to you hugging my meat to you talking about sex, and now we're talking about dead people, dead stalkers. Jeez. And we've only been on for what, like 10 minutes? Not even?
Yeah,
Okay.
my that particular person, like he passed away. So he actually got a and this is like I don't really know this as fact, but like I heard that he bought like one of those mail order brides before he
She
died.
killed him? Is it like a plot twist?
Probably, I don't know. Like he's had problems, like he's had health problems and things like that. But like I heard that he got like a mail order bride and like married her or something. I don't know, but and then there was another person that passed away. And the last time I talked to him was I think like 3 years ago. But he started talking to me like delusional, like he just wasn't making a lot of sense. And like I don't know, I kind of feel bad though because of that I quit talking to him because I was like, okay, you're not making any sense. Like it didn't dawn on me that something was up, you know, with his head. I don't know. I was just like I don't very like yeah, I just kind of ignored. And Alabama Mammy was the one that told me that he passed away, and I was like, holy shit, I didn't know. So yeah, and I deleted him off of my Facebook because he was talking to me weird. So I do kind of feel bad, but yeah, that was a time. But I have our conversations were hella funny though. Like yeah, like I had that guy on there, and you know the stalker. He I don't know he played dumb a lot, and I think there was like a couple of people that felt like he actually knew what he was doing, but he was like acting as if he was stupid. And then he made like numerous Facebook accounts to stalk me because I had him blocked. And you know, yeah, he was that type of person. So, oh no, we lost Rob. Okay, let's see.
Hello?
Hi, babe.
Hey, what happened?
It hung up, I guess.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, let me, where's my notepad? Oh, you know what? I killed a Hannah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, there was, I don't know if you heard like a big slam on the other, recording.
I don't know.
I fucking, like if you heard a big slam, that was me killing it. You kind of paused, like you heard it.
Maybe.
Yeah, that was when I killed it.
Oh, no.
Sorry, babe. Yeah, so anyway, moving on from my past. Yes. But yo, if you guys think you'll be interested in those previous audio clips of or those times, then drop it in the comments. And I'll put something together for you guys. Yeah, they're hella funny. They're really funny.
I can only imagine.
Oh, no.
Yo. Yep. Well, how was your snack? You had a whole ass meal.
Yes, I did. I don't like snacking. Snacking sucks. I gotta have a whole ass meal. It can.
I get it. I understand.
It can suck.
No. There's no possible way that snacking can suck. You get a little bit of a lot of the things that you like.
A little of a lot of things that you like.
Yes. You get a little bit of something here and a little bit of something there. And yeah.
Well, it's not fun for me because if I were to have like potato chips or Cheez-Its or something like that, it spikes my sugar fucking fast as if I was having a meal.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I don't like snacking anyhow, like, you know, putting my health aside. Like, I just prefer to like just sit down and like really enjoy my food because I feel like when you snack, like, I don't know, maybe it's just my mind. Like, I feel like you're not safe. Does that make sense?
No.
Like things around you are bad or like temporary, like it's not stable.
Okay.
Like, does that make sense?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah, I can't snack. Like, it makes me feel like I don't have a home. I don't think I'm making sense.
No, you're making sense.
Everybody's like, I had a fucked up childhood.
They're like, it's just snacks. Yep, I give your snacks a home. It's my stomach. You have the perfect home for your snacks.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's just what snacking feels like. Like, it's not like you're not worthy, or you don't deserve a meal. Like, you just deserve a few crackers. And then, like, it makes me feel like I don't, yeah, like I don't deserve a meal. I don't know if I'm fucking making sense or not, but
You are.
that's terrifying for me. When someone offers me a bag of chips, I'm like, oh, thanks. Like, I appreciate the thought, but I won't actually eat it. I shit you not, I got like two bags of chips in the back seat of my car on the door, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put those there just in case, right? And like, yours is different. Like, the little bags of chocolate chip cookies that you got me, like, fuck, man, I'll fucking eat that and like not even think of it because I know where it comes from. But like, you won't ever see me go into the store to buy a bag of chips unless I have like a good ass fucking sandwich with it. But you'll never see me go in the store and like come out with snacks. Like, I'll come out with like more drinks than anything. I'm like a drinks person. Like, I'll have water, I'll have my protein shake, I'll have a diet Dr. Pepper, and I'll have my coffee in the car. But I won't actually have like snacks. It scares me to death.
Really?
Except for the snacks that you give me, because I know why you're giving them to me. But I won't bring like a bag of chips because I feel like it's in my way, and it's just like, fuck, I'm not gonna have a bag of chips. I'm gonna have pizza. I'm gonna have wings. I'm gonna have like a whole ass fucking meal. Yeah, it's weird. Like, is anybody else like that out there? If you're up in the chat and let us know where you think that comes from. Start fucking starving ourselves. I'm sorry. Like, it's just weird. Like, it scares me. It really does. See, I'm getting hot. Like, just like thinking about it. Yes! Like, I'm getting nervous. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'm scared of a bag of chips. The fun pack size.
Oh, so you like them big then?
Oh, you better.
Yeah, like the family size packs. I'm gonna get you the bottomless kind. Never ending chips, babe. I got you. I understand now.
Oh shit! I feel like all of that didn't make any sense, but we'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, it's fine. Doesn't have to make sense to anyone.
Yeah, that's a problem. If I were to go to like a psychiatrist,
I think it's more of a spiritual thing that we can't really explain. I guess with just saying that, we gotta go deeper than that.
Yeah, I kind of feel that too in a way, but like, to a psychiatrist, it would be like, were you ever locked in a closet?
Were you never starved?
Yeah, well, I talked about me being neglected, and I told my parents about it, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel like I'm temporary. That's what it feels like. Like, oh, here's a bag of chips, and like, you're nothing. So I'll look at myself like, okay, I'm only worth a bag of chips. And it's not the family size. It's like the grab and go size.
No.
Yeah, like that's exactly what I feel like. Like, I'm not, like, I'm only worth a bag of chips. Yeah, that's what it feels like, and that's why it's like I'm not eating that. So yeah, that's why it's like I'm worth like something more filling or whatever. Yeah, but I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yes, babe.
I have trouble saying that word. Observant.
Observant.
Okay.
Absent.
Observant. Highly observant. Oh, there I said it.
Yes.
Okay. We
and that would be number 5.
Yes.
What?
Go for it, babe. Go for it. No, I was starting to read it.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
You go.
I'm scared.
Yes, babe. Okay, number 5. We are highly observant. We observe everything around us. Our minds take longer to process information. We wait until our brain completes to process the tasks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm processing. Hold on. Even though I was gonna say I don't think it takes me that long to process, but
He's still
I
stuck
do
on the
process
word
everything.
observant. He's processing
Yes.
observant.
Yeah.
He's observing observant.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'll read it again. We observe everything around us. Our minds take longer to process information. We wait until our brain completes to process the task.
Yeah. I think you have to read the opposite though for it to make sense.
Oh, okay. All right, the opposite of people that are highly observant is they jump to conclusions, making things up. Plus, make negative assumptions. They don't care about what's going on around them, only to them. Being first is always better to them.
Yeah. Okay. See, now it makes sense. Um. Yeah. I mean, I think we mentioned earlier about analyzing the situation and figuring out whether it's a pro or con, how to attack it, which is kind of the same thing here. But I guess the whole point is that you observe it instead of just jumping to conclusions.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I agree. I do it. We do it. I'm a deep thinker still. I haven't fallen off yet.
And I'm an overthinker.
No.
Mm, this one kind of gets me a little bit because I'm observant to like human behavior, like how people are treating other people. And of course, here I go turning it into like a negative thing. Like I look out for what people are like doing wrong. It's very seldom that I'll see anyone doing anything good because like these days it's very fucking rare. I don't give a fuck what you say. It's happening. If you don't notice it, you're not as observant as me or Rob, right? So um going to the opposite side where it says they don't care about what's going on around them. I would say you're one of those people. Like if you don't see kindness and if you don't see the negative shit or like, yo, bro, that wasn't cool. You shouldn't have done that. You know, and call people out. Like you're just not observant and you just don't care. Like you see it happening, but you don't say anything. Um for see, I feel like I'm doing that me, I kind of thing. And I'm trying so hard kind of not to do that, but it is based on uh I guess not just observing but experiencing exactly what like we're talking about right now. So it's kind of like a cycle to me. I don't know what the fuck you guys are saying other than Audie complaining. But like I do observe everything around me. And let's see. We wait until our brain completes to process the task. I don't think I do that. Like I said, I just jump. Like I just jump to like I get a thought and I'm like, oh shit, that's a good idea, and then I just fucking jump.
That's how we end up in the pit.
Yes, and then we use Rob's brains to get us out. His scholarship.
Yeah.
But
my ruler is a ladder.
yes, as a boomerang.
Yeah.
But when we go back to the opposite side of stuff, like it says they jump to conclusions, making things up. Sometimes I can jump to conclusions, but I don't try to make things up, or I don't think I make things up. And if I do, it's asking. And I think that's what kind of people like, they think I'm talking shit, but really it's like, no, I'm seriously asking because you said this or this thing and I'm trying to understand what you mean. But everybody takes it like I'm the one that's being like negative. Now let's go into a person that they do jump to conclusions, making things up as they go and making negative assumptions. Again, you say something to someone and it just sounds like, it feels like or it sounds like an attack to them. They'll say anything to you to defend themselves. And they're not you know, they're not, see, right back here, they don't wait for their brain to process what the fuck was just said to them. And I'm laughing because we've seen this in real time, Rob and I. Like when we talk about previous conversations we've had with narcissists, or somebody that was painting us as the bad person, we're just like, they just negative assumptions, one right after another, like just making shit up as they go, as they're arguing, and then that's when they'll revert back to things of the past, or they start comparing you to a person that they think was treating them like that other person was a bad person. And when you kind of think about it, it's just that blame game. And I don't know if you thought about this, Rob, but like when I was dealing with a narcissist, you know, whether it was like a friendship or relationship, I was just like, yo, now I'm seeing who the fuck you are. And when you was talking shit about your ex, maybe they weren't the real asshole in the story. Maybe it was you. You know, because it sounds repetitive, you know, and it's just like, okay, you probably assumed that your ex was the villain, but it's really you. And now you're painting me in that same thing. So when they don't care about what's going on around them, only to them. So they're only looking at you like talking shit to them or doing them wrong, and they paint themselves as the victim.
Yeah.
So when I put being first is better, I'm talking like the first one to like, you know, throw something in your face. Be the first one to initiate like, oh, I'm the one that did this and I'm the one that did that. Or like being the first to oh like I have to win this argument, or I have to have the last word. Like I was the first one. Like I was the one that brought all this up. You weren't even gonna say anything. So it's you know, like they want to be the first one to look and appear better than you.
Yeah.
Why so quiet?
You just stopped talking. I'm like,
Yes,
I'm processing, babe.
he's still on the title.
I'm
Oh
no. No. I don't know. I think for me, in my experience with, first of all, I didn't even know what a narcissist was until maybe this year. And then, again, to me, or maybe 2 years ago, when I first started hearing about narcissistic people and what it is, it seemed like it was just a person that only cares about themselves. So to me, that was a selfish person, which, of course, I think we've all dealt with selfishness. So that was as much as I knew about it. That's as much as I ever paid attention to it. For me, in my situations, it's always been, I don't realize what's happening until it's too late, because I ignore the red flags and I ignore my instincts. Well, at least that's how it used to be before I accepted spirituality, and I was like, okay, so the first feeling that I had that this person was not a good person, I completely ignored it. So that was like the first red flags, right? Or my intuition telling me like, no, run away. But I wasn't in tune with my spirituality, so I didn't make the right choice, obviously, because I didn't have the full information. I didn't know what I was feeling, and then so I did ignore a lot of red flags, which again I didn't know was narcissistic traits because I didn't even know what that was. So, for example, when I was in that physical, it wasn't, I don't want to say physically abusive relationship, but they did put their hands on me at least twice, 3 times. I didn't realize that it was an abusive relationship until I left it. Until I was like, okay, and I've always said that. That's part of like my 3 rules: don't cheat on me, don't put your hands on me, and if we break up and you hooked up with someone else, we're not getting back together. So it was in the moment when it was happening, I wasn't thinking like, oh, you just broke my second rule and that's it, we're done. It wasn't even like that. It was just like, maybe I was making excuses for them, I don't know, but I was just like, oh, she didn't mean to do that, or oh, it was just an accident. So again, in the moment, I wasn't really thinking of like, oh, this is an abusive relationship and it could get bad, so I should just leave. It wasn't like that for me. So when it comes to, and again, it's not that I didn't understand the situation, it's just I didn't really look at them that way. I ignored a lot of the red flags that I saw pop up. So I did analyze it, I did observe it, but I didn't act on it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And so again, in the moment, I didn't know when I was dealing with someone that is narcissistic. I didn't know that. I didn't put it together. Let's put it that way. And then that's why this year, when I looked at a list of what is a narcissistic trait, and the list just grew from like someone that's selfish to a whole bunch of things. That's why I was like, well, according to this list, 2025, everybody's a narcissist. Everybody has all these traits. So I don't know. I mean, part of what you said a little bit ago sounds like the person making themselves look like the victim mentality. Like everybody's out to get them. Everybody's gonna do them wrong, so they have to be right. They don't even care about what you're saying. They're just listening to respond, not to really comprehend what you're saying. I don't know. I think we're all a little bit like that now. But and I don't know. I guess, like I said, I do now, especially now. I do look at everything. I do process everything. I try to do it quickly. And so when you're asking me like, why are you so quiet? I'm still processing, babe. Hold on. But it's not because.
And in my mind, I'm thinking like, yeah, he's trying to make some shit up right now. Just kidding.
Shit, I'm over here thinking about snacks. I'm like, ooh, this still smells good. No. But yeah, I mean, I guess realizing that there's a little bit of both, the good and the bad, in everything and in everyone. I think in the heat of the moment too, whenever I am in an argument, sometimes like again, I don't know if it's because I'm analyzing and I'm observing everything that I want things to be slow. I want the argument to be slow. I don't want a quick like just fucking throwing fire at each other and just like, oh, whatever happens happens. I want to understand first of all why we're arguing, what's it about, and how do we fix it? Because if it's just like, oh, we're both just we have this built up anger about something that happened 2 weeks ago that I thought we were over, but it's not, then at least I want to know what the hell we're arguing about. Because if it's like we were just watching TV and something happened and now we're fighting and you're bringing shit up that happened like 2 weeks ago and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I thought we were done with that. But I would rather have a conversation, obviously, than an argument. I don't like arguing. But I also realize that sometimes in the heat of the moment when we are arguing, I do just throw shit out there. It is like, I'm just going to fucking throw everything I have then. Because I don't even know why this is happening right now. So I'm just going to fucking throw as many punches back as I can. So I guess in those moments, I don't analyze and I don't observe what the hell is actually happening. So I am trying to just, throw whatever I have. So that's why I do have a little bit of both, I guess. The topic plus the opposite of it.
Mm.
So I'm realizing stuff, babe. I'm analyzing myself here.
Yeah, the part of deep thinking for me is analyzing myself because while people, I'm not saying you, but like when people throw things out about me or the things that I've done or whatever, let's just say I love addressing the bullshit. I fucking love it because I do think it's important for everyone to know themselves. That way, anything and everything that's thrown at you, like you have an answer for it, and you won't ever fucking stutter over your fucking words.
Oh,
Like no one can tell you. Go ahead.
Wait. So I think that's the reason why, and I'm not saying that with you. I'm saying when I argue with someone, when we have an issue, right, and we're arguing about it, that's the reason why I wanted to go slow because I don't want the person that I'm arguing with to just throw everything that they've been holding on at me because then it's like, okay, you're just venting, you're just throwing shit at me right now. You don't even want to fix anything. There's really nothing to fix. You're just letting it all out. So fuck, I forgot where I was going with this. I'm overanalyzing here. I'm overthinking it. Fuck. If it comes back to me, I'll interrupt again.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. No, it's just that when somebody tries to talk out of your character of like who you are and like what you've been doing and things like that, whether it's things that you share with this person or like the way that you move in front of this person and how you move around other people that you may or you may not know, because when if you're like acting fake and if it's thrown in your face like what the fuck, like you want to act like you're this type of way or that you live this way when bitch you really don't, and a bitch that knows it, she would be like, yeah, and I told you or I showed you or I explained to you that I act this way because that like
Mm-hmm.
and she could, or whoever makes their point, it's almost kind of valid because it's like, yeah, and you fucking pretended and acted like you didn't know when you fucking knew all the business. So what the like, you weren't saying anything before, but now you're saying it now because we're in this argument right now. So whatever it is, right or wrong, you knew what you were doing. That person knows what you've been doing, how you've been doing it, how long you've been doing it, so on and so forth. Like just knows all of the things, all of the details. Like no one can say anything to you. And I'm not trying to teach you guys how to lie or to do bad shit. But if you know yourself very, very well and how you move, how you treat people and how you treat one another, or like if no one can fucking say anything to you. That's why when people try to get in my face, oh, well, you're like this and you're like that. And I'm just like, everything that you're telling me right now, I've already said to you. So all you're doing is saying it back to me. Where's the real threat? Where you're trying to diss me? Where's the diss? Where is it? Because you're not dissing me. You're not making me feel bad or nothing. You are doing nothing but proving my point about the shit that I'm saying about how you are. You're doing exactly what I'm telling you that what you've been doing. You're doing it again. See, so when people fuck with you like that, like I'm gonna say something. And that's what people, they clench. Like, I have family members that are scared, and I'm not saying this as a flex, but it's like, yes, you know me, you know what I'm gonna say, fucking do right. Do right for, I said it was family, do right for the family. Like you're scared that someone, it don't necessarily have to be me, but like if somebody's like, why are you acting like that? You don't act like that when we're at the house. And I said this to Rob, like, I don't like to embarrass people, but if I fucking have to, then I will.
Mm.
It just depends on the situation. Like, if somebody's trying their best to like be nice or whatever, and then they have a slip up, I'm not gonna make them feel embarrassed. But if you're trying to humiliate me, bat talk me, and like talk shit on my character that is not me, but you're trying so hard to hurt my feelings and convince me that that's who and what I am. Oh, now let's talk about you. Like, I'll let you say whatever you want, but what I'm gonna tell you is the truth. What you said about me, I know is not true, so it's not hurting me. And people think, and I've said that, I've had this said this to me before. There's like, oh, you just like to argue. Oh, you just like to fight. You just like to debate. You just want to yell at somebody. And it's like, well, if that's how you think I am, like, you don't see no strength in it. You don't see the truth in it. You can't even look at that makes me a strong human being, a strong woman, a strong female, a strong friend or girlfriend, a strong sister, strong auntie. No, you're not gonna admire. You should be admiring what I'm doing and how I'm going on about this. But because you think like it's against you. You were against me first. And I've said this to people. If there's something that I'm doing wrong, something that you don't like, you can ask me. I'm not gonna attack you. But it's so hard for people to even do that. That's why I'm like, just be honest with me. I'm not, you can, if I'm asking for your opinion and you're telling me and you're like, oh, I don't want to overstep, I asked you for it. But see, that's the fear that other people put in these people, and it's hard to reteach them. They have to unlearn those abuses, the bullshit. So it's like, okay, you know what? I understand if that's how you feel because that person turned on you. That person over there, not me, that person, asked you for your opinion. And when you gave it to them and they pretty much barked at you, you have to remember it's that person. That's not me. If you're saying, oh, well, everybody does that. Yes, I agree. Everybody does do that because like what this passage says here, we wait until our brain completes the process. It takes longer for us to process the information. Just because now, like I hate using myself as an example because it's just like, oh, Adi, all she does is talk about herself. Because I've experienced that. In the past, when I was a child, I did a lot of fucking processing. When somebody said something to me, like one time, a teacher called this little boy babe. She was like, oh, I'm sorry, babe. And then he was like, did you just call me babe? And then when he said that, I was like, what is babe? And I thought babe was that pig from that movie.
Yeah, it's a pig.
And I was like, oh, Mrs. Gardner called Ray a pig? But see, as a child, having spiritual abilities as a child and living a modern childhood, hardly having my parents around, I talked about my parents neglecting me, and a brother, I was bullied by my own brother, and so on and so forth. I had a lot of time to process human behavior as a kid. So when I don't need to do, and maybe I'm speaking too confidently, or I'm speaking bullshit, but I feel like I don't need to process anything more other than understanding that person and how they are right at that fucking moment, right at that fucking second. Like, oh, you're one of those people. And that's not even using my abilities, because if it were my abilities, shit. You need to wash your jock strap. It's horrible. That was me as a kid. I observed not just children of my own age, but like teachers, principals, fucking, I traveled a lot with my parents. So it was like other artists, older artists, like just everywhere. My brother's friends, my friends, their parents, just, even watching TV, I observed different types of behavior. And I was never into like Sesame Street. They're just like 1, 2, 3, and it's like I'm seeing the puppet, But I'm listening, like spiritually, I'm listening to the man that's voicing the puppet, and I know all his bullshit without seeing the man, because all these kids, they're all about the numbers and the alphabets and the songs and the animations and fascinated by the puppets and, you know, the puppet stories and, you know, Wormy and, you know, Oscar the Grouch and Snuffleupagus. Like all the kids were focused on those things. Me, I was focused on like the set. Like I looked at the set and I'm just like, I wonder if that is real, or like who lives there. Like I was thinking like that. Like, oh, there's a postman, but I don't think he's a postman. Like, cause I'm seeing his real life, and then when I see them again, I feel sorry for them. Like, I'm just like, man, I feel bad. So like all the human people that were interacting with these puppets, I felt bad for them, or I didn't like them because I could hear them yelling at their wives or yelling at their kids, or, you know, they're storming off the set and they're just like, oh, these fucking kids, you know, like, cause they'll bring little kids onto the set. And I'm just like, I don't like that guy, or I don't like her, or like that woman stinks, and I can smell like drugs. So I've been doing this since I was a kid. So that's why, like focusing on the positive thing. Sad to say, I don't see just that, like, it's more than positive, it's also bad. That's why I'm trying to teach that, you know, the like what each side looks like, both sides. Because yeah, you can motivate someone all day and be like, yeah, you're a deep thinker if you're highly observant, and if you're observant, we observe everything around us, and our minds take longer to process the information. We wait until our brain completes the process of the task. And here I am, fucking jumping to conclusions because motherfuckers make things up as they go, and it's all negative assumptions. Why the fuck are you doing that when you know damn fucking well that that person has never showed any kind of negativity but you? That nice person brings out the negativity in you. So let's talk about that, boys and girls. And you motherfucker, you don't give a fuck about what's going on around you. And you're so fucking selfish. To you, being first is better. You gotta be the first motherfucker in the Starbucks line as soon as they open. And if you're not, rampage. Let's talk about where your rampage comes from. See, I'm trying to teach you guys not to be like that, because I know what that looks like. And I've known since I was a kid. Yes, you can be a deep thinker. If you're an overthinker, man, don't let it kill you. Because for me, overthinking are loopholes. And I'll explain that. If you are an overthinker like myself, you are looking at loopholes, and you're going to catch every motherfucker that tries to use those loopholes on you. You want to know every fucking loophole, crevice, everything about yourself. No one can let that shit go by you. They won't. And that's exactly, precisely where you want to be. Questions?
No.
And you're like, no.
No.
Yeah, it's hard being around people that are always on these opposite side of things. So let's go over the 1 through 6? 1 through 5? Yeah, 1 through 5. Was it 6 too?
5.
Oh,
no.
okay. Okay, so number 1, we went over we enjoy being alone. 2nd, we're curious beings. 3, we're open-minded. 4, we take time before making decisions. And 5, we are highly observant. Now, these are all good things, but I do think it's important that you guys know the opposite and what all of these things look like, so that when fuckers try to use it on you and they behave in the opposite ways, oh, you'll then know who the fuck you're dealing with. And I think that's important. You need to know what they look like and how they act, because most of the time we will give these shitheads a pass, because we have hearts, we care, and we know exactly what to do to help their situation. Remember finding solutions to their problems? Yeah, there you go. Is there anything that you want to add?
No.
No comments?
No comment.
Yeah.
I said no comment. Other than you missed 444.
Oh, no. Is that what you sent to me?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, thanks, babe, for catching up for us.
Yeah. Y'all.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I do get quite passionate when people try to use bullshit, make things up, and all of that. So you didn't remember what you were gonna say?
No.
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 Oh, you sound so sad. Oh no. Yeah, I just. I get so sick of that because last night when I was doing deliveries, Rob and I were briefly talking about, people that we both know that I knew I had to leave alone, and I started crying, and if you guys tuned into the previous episode, where some shithead tried to get back into my life, start talking to me again, that I want to prove that I can like not go there, and Rob said it that what, these motherfuckers are always gonna try to come back and just, I don't know, hold still their lies to this day. And it happened like a few years ago, and it's like, the fuck do people, these types of people, what the fuck do they gain from that shit? Like, I just don't get it. Like, I just look at people like, damn, like, when the fuck are you ever happy? And I'm pretty sure people think that way about me too, but I am happy, and the only one that I gotta prove it to is myself, first of all, and my husband and my family. And when I said that, oh, it's fun, like me being an open book and all of that, because I do feel like I am one of the many people, because there's many people out there that have a lot more experience, they're a lot more successful, or they're a lot more into the things that they do that make them that special person, that knowledgeable person. I'm just one of them, maybe just a little speck, but like, I think you should be listening to people like us, because we're the ones telling you, like, we're telling you how to navigate through certain things. It may not be everything, but we're telling you like, hey, okay, you listen to a few podcasts and you tried it, didn't work, you come across mine, maybe you try a little bit of something, and if it don't work, there's many more voices out there that you can listen to. You can even listen to Rob. He'll tell you, if you ask us, or if you just, put it out there, or you look for it elsewhere, like, there's just a lot of information out there. But the thing that I do worry about, and I'll tell you guys this, I think it was Jennifer Aniston's mother. Like, Jennifer Aniston, I think she came out with a book. I have it on my wish list. I didn't purchase it yet, but when she came out with a book, her mother came out with a book. And I don't know if this was even written in Jennifer Aniston's book, that her mother was abusive. I think if it's not in the book, I think, sources of, that worked with or worked for Jennifer Aniston, or maybe just followed her entire career, knew of the abuses and, all of those things that her mother was doing to Miss Aniston. And her mother came out with a book. So if it's like anybody can make, like any bad person, I should say, any narcissist, any manipulator, any abuser, that's doing the abusing, any fucking body can come out with a book and be like, oh, well, this is my story, and you better listen to me and respect me because I'm her mother. Just because of that, just because, like, oh, you're gonna believe my daughter over her mother, how dare you? But see, it's like, who's right and who's wrong, because anybody can make up shit about their lives and it be like 100% not true. Anybody can be whatever the fuck they want, however they want, and they're all gonna be respected just because they have a book and published it. They're still liars, but everybody's all about the tea. Like, oh, I want to see what Jennifer Aniston's mother said about her in reply to her book. And it's fucked up, because now we don't know if we should be on the mother's side or feel bad for Jennifer Aniston. But and I'm telling you guys this because, like, I'm thinking about closing my fucking audiobook account because of that, honestly. And I've read that like maybe about a year ago, and I've purchased books listen to a few, not all of them, and Rob fucking knows. But like, because of that, I'm just like, dude, anyone can publish bullshit. You know, if you don't feel, and I would say trust your gut. If you don't believe, you know, a podcaster or an author, or you don't even have to believe me. You know, remember, I'm just a little speck. But if you try something, you know, again, if you find somebody that seems wrong or is saying the wrong things, you can still learn from those POSs. Be the opposite of them. They're still teaching you something. So just keep that in mind. You know, like anybody or anything that you come across, it'll teach you something. If you have this deep thinker mindset, overthinking, yes, I would say have your suspicions, but I would say keep it to yourself unless you see it doing any kind of harm to anybody else. Then yes, I would say fucking speak up. Don't be afraid to speak up because a lot of people aren't saying shit. Anything you want to add, babe?
No, just that last night I was thinking about a book, and it reminded me that you said you were going to cancel your membership, but then I forgot the book and I forgot to ask you. Oh, man.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually thinking about keeping it because well, the help of my prompts. So I'm actually thinking about keeping a membership. But yeah, if you got a book that you like, babe, shoot it at me and then I'll throw it at you.
I just forgot which one it was.
That's okay. Is there anything that you like to add, babe?
No, I think you said it. I think you have said it.
Yeah, it may not be in a way that you guys like it. And it just sounds like me being negative and annoying. Trust me, I fucking know. You guys don't have to fucking tell me. And even if you guys did, it's not going to hurt me because I already know. I already know how I sound to people. And sometimes I do get tired of hearing myself. But it's the information that you guys got to pay attention to. It's what I'm saying, not how I'm saying it. Learn that. Fucking learn that. Because you're going to have people trying to get up in your face yelling at you. And please, don't give a pussy answer and be like, why are you yelling at me? Oh my God, I fucking, that's where I will shut down on a motherfucker and I'd be like, okay, you're not even fucking worth, you're not worth telling any kind of knowledge to. Go ahead, baby.
I'm kind of glad that you mentioned that because remember the other day I told you I was listening to a podcast and that they said something that kind of just made sense to me, I guess. Mm-hmm. But we didn't talk about what it was. I don't know if I should talk about this, so you might have to cut this out. But,
oh, okay.
So, I think we did do this on the show, so I don't remember how long ago, but a few months ago, more than a few months ago, I think. Could have been last year. I don't know. But the point is, we talked about that one ACEs test. Remember that? The ACEs test?
ACEs test?
Yeah, you answer questions like, it's about your childhood. And you answer questions like 10, 9 or 10 questions. Okay, so the higher you score, right, the higher you score, they say that it explains a lot of who you are, why you react the way you react, and stuff like that. So basically, the more you answer yes, the more traumatized you are, right? Mm-hmm. So we did a show about it. We talked about it. I think we talked about how I scored like 9 out of 10, or I don't know if it's 9, so it was 8 out of 10, whatever. It was like super high. So not only were they saying like, oh, a person that scores that high is super traumatized. They've been through a lot. You gotta walk around eggshells with them. I think that's what they were saying, right? That was their analysis of someone that's been through those things or scores high on that test. Well, something that I've never heard someone mention until that day that I was listening to the podcast was that for somebody that has been through that, all the stuff on that test and scores high on the test, it's almost like a neurological response to shut down when somebody yells. And I was like, what the fuck? Because I didn't associate it with that. I just thought, well, for me, I could tell you, for me, when I hear people yelling, I'm not scared of the yelling. It doesn't shoot me, like it doesn't trigger my childhood. It doesn't make me feel scared like I used to be when I was a kid. I was never even scared when I was a kid. I was the one in the middle of the fucking action, and I was the one trying to settle everybody down. So I never feared the yelling or the screaming and the throwing shit around. I never feared that stuff. So to me, that didn't affect me. In my mind, it was like, okay, well, I don't fear that stuff that back then. I didn't fear that back then, so I don't fear it now. But two things happen when I hear screaming or yelling. One, of course, I want it to stop because my instinct is I want to go help. So that's not good. I want to get in the middle of it, but it's not because I feel like I need to be in the middle of it. I just want it to stop. And the second part is I can't even understand. So that's my brain shutting down. When people start yelling at me, I can't even understand what you're saying. It sounds like gibberish. It sounds like high-pitched sounds. I can't make out what you're saying. So it's almost pointless for you to be screaming because I can't hear what you're saying. So I didn't know that that was my brain shutting down. I didn't know that that was a defense mechanism that my brain concocted, or that's the way that it defends me. And it comes from scoring so high on that test. So if I had just been exposed to screaming and yelling or fighting, then that's one thing. That's one trauma response. But it wouldn't have been this this tense, I guess. Because again, I didn't even know that that's what I was doing, or that my brain was trying to defend me that way. I thought it was just like, oh shit, I can't understand what you're saying, just calm down. And of course you can't tell a person to calm down when they're fucking pissed and they're yelling at you. They take it like you're trying to shut them up. To me, it's like my brain doesn't even fucking function right now. Can you understand that? But how do I explain that when I don't even know what's going on? To me, it's just like nothing that you're saying right now is making sense, so just stop. But to a person that I'm saying that to, they're taking it like, oh, you're just trying to shut me up because you don't like what I'm saying or whatever. But yeah, again, I didn't know that this was something that, I guess, a person that's been exposed to so much trauma or has so much trauma, that's something that your brain physically does. Kind of like how people say, oh, I don't even remember that. I don't remember because my brain just blacked it all out. I don't even know that I went through all that stuff. Because your brain is the one that activates that defense to keep you safe. Your brain wants to keep you safe all the time. So that's why it does those things. So, and I don't even know, because again, I had never heard this from like therapists. I had never heard this from anybody. Like I listen to a lot of different podcasts. I don't just listen to people that this came from a podcast, and I don't even know if I've ever mentioned it here on this show. I think I did once, maybe. It's a podcast about death. Like people talk about their experiences with people that have died in their life. How they respond to grief and stuff like that. So, but listening to psychologists and stuff like that, because I listen to their podcast too, and I never heard anybody say that until I heard on this podcast this one girl that she lost pretty much everybody in her family. She lost her dad, she lost her mom, she lost both of her brothers.
Oh my gosh.
I think she lost her sister. She lost everybody from her family except for she just has her husband and her daughter. So she said, she's the one that was like, yeah, when I went, I think she's a counselor or she's in psychology somehow, but she's the one that said, she was like, now when my phone rings, because every single time that she got notified that her family member was dead was through the phone. So she said that every time that her phone rings, her brain just shuts down. And she's like, can you imagine? I mean, I'm around cell phones and telephones all day. People will call me to make appointments and stuff like that. So, but my brain, the first thing it does is it shuts down. Like, that's almost, and she's the one that said this. She was like, it's almost like when somebody's yelling at you and screaming at you, if you've been through trauma, your brain just shuts down. You can't even hear it. And I was like, oh shit, that's what happens to me. That's what happens to me, but how do I explain that when I've never heard that before? So when she was like, yeah, it's kind of like that. And then I was like, oh shit, that made sense. I was like, I got to tell Babe. But I think we were both busy, so I didn't really go into it. But, yeah, and then yesterday was, I think, when I was like, man, if I go back to the ACEs test, I scored high on that thing. So not only, and I'm not saying all this to excuse my behavior. I'm not saying all this to be like, oh, I'm the victim here. Like, no. If I'm doing something wrong, of course, hold me to it. I do want to be accountable for my actions. But also, when a person scores that high in that test, it's not just a mental thing. It's not just a psychology thing. It's also a physical thing. It's also your body starts, again, because your brain is the one that's protecting you, so it shuts down function to certain organs. Let's put it that way. So they said, and this I did hear from not only a doctor but a psychologist on a podcast. They said that a person that scores high on the ACEs test can and is more likely to develop cancer because their body is shutting down because their brain shuts down. Does that make sense?
Oh shit, yeah.
So like, I guess when your brain shuts down a certain part, like let's say, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to confuse anyone, but they're saying like, for instance, if your heart stops pumping blood to a certain organ, of course it's gonna die, right? So if your brain is telling your body like, we need to protect our brain and our heart right now, so all the blood stops pumping to the other organs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So of course, with time and with the years going by, and depending on your diet and how you take care of yourself, of course it's gonna take effect on your body. So, I mean, I guess I have that to look forward to, that I might develop some kind of cancer because of all the shit that I've been through. I mean, obviously talking about it helps. Obviously, I should be going to a psychologist or something, some kind of therapy, but this is my therapy, and learning about it is my therapy because it helps me understand. That's one of the main things, is that people don't know how to understand, and if you don't know what you're experiencing, how can you ask for help? How can you fix the problem? You can't. when you don't even know you have a problem. So yeah, all of that happened this week, and I was like, oh shit, that makes sense.
It does make sense.
So
yeah, these people are not worth cancer. They're not worth a heart attack. They're not worth anything, brain damage or whatever. Yeah, you're just gonna have to be strong enough to walk away and just leave them where they're at.
yeah.
Well, thanks for that additional information, babe.
You're welcome. And
this is a podcast?
Well, it's a combination of podcasts that I've been listening to, but this one that I heard it from, it's one that I mentioned to you before. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it on here before, but I know that there's people out there that don't like to hear about death.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a podcast that pretty much relates to anyone that's grieving, and it kind of makes you. Well, for me, it's making me realize like how it affects other people and how we can help other people. And honestly, it's the simplest fucking thing, and that's what makes it so unbelievably hard to accept, is how easy it is to fix it. All of these problems can be fixed with just talking about it. Just talking about it. You don't want to talk to your family about it's the elephant in the room. Yes, your brother or your sister, or whoever, a loved one from the family died. They're not here anymore. Everybody knows it. Everybody feels it, but nobody's talking about it. But if you can't talk to your family, because there's everything, right? It's the burden of making people sad. If you're sad and you say, Mom, today I'm sad because my sister's gone, of course you don't want to put that burden on your mom because she's feeling that like my daughter's gone. Of course I know what you mean. But then nobody talks about it. So then the dad's over there in the garage fucking doing the same thing, thinking, fuck, I really miss my daughter, but I got to be strong for my wife and my other kid. And it's like, he's not talking about it. And then they get together for dinner, and it's all like, nobody's talking about shit. And they don't want to talk about the stupid things about what happened in their day. Like, I don't want to talk about the fucking tool that fell in my garage while I was out there thinking about my dead daughter. Nobody wants to talk about the stupid little conversations, right? So then they don't talk about anything. And then it's like, oh, well, now there's tension in our home. And, like, it's this elephant in the room that we're not talking about. And, like, yeah, it's there. Nobody's talking about it. And it makes you feel crazy. Like, damn, am I the fucking crazy one? I want to talk about my dead sister, but I don't because it's going to make my mom and my dad sad. And it's like, fuck, that we can only talk about it. But it is that simple. It is talking about it. That's why therapists make so much fucking money, because people are there's such a desperate need for communication and to be understood. That's another reason why a lot of people don't talk about it, because they're like, oh, I'm alone in this. Nobody's going to understand me. And then when you listen to a podcast and somebody's talking about the shit that they've been through and you can relate to it, then you're like, oh shit, like, yeah, that's what I went through. You don't feel so alone anymore. I think that's the reason why podcasts are so popular too, because you're listening to somebody talk about their experience, and it helps you understand that you're not alone. And if they can give you some kind of insight on how they fixed it, then maybe you can do it. And the thing that I keep finding from all of these shows, all of these books, all these podcasts, all these things that I'm reading and researching and listening to is talk. Just simply talk. That's the craziest thing of how simple it is to fix everything if you just talk.
Yeah, why do you think I got like 4 fucking podcasts?
Yeah, so don't think that because you I don't know why you talk so negative about your negative side.
Well, okay, listen. After everything that you said, I was gonna say, see, it's bad, like, because you're just like, oh yeah, the simple thing to do is talking, and then the first thing that fucking came to my mind was, yeah, but don't talk shit. Don't talk shit on a fucking podcast. Don't hide behind a fucking username. Use your real fucking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because people will use platforms to talk shit about other people.
Exactly. But that proves the point. All they want to do is talk. All they want to do is let it out.
Well, they'll never have a brain tumor. See, that's what pisses me off.
But that's fine though.
No.
The whole point is they just want to talk. If they can't do it under their own name, they're going to find a way to do it because that's what they need to do, right? But that's the difference between doing it in a healthy way and in an unhealthy way, is that when you do it in a healthy way, a lot of people are going to relate to it. Because again, there's a lot of things that people don't talk about, either because they don't know that that's what's going on, or they don't want to accept it, or they don't want to feel or be vulnerable. But when you do it in the other way, right, when you hide behind something and you talk about someone and you just spill all this hate, all you're doing is you're affecting everybody around you. Nobody's going to want you around. They block you from whatever it is. They tell you not to come back around. They don't want you there. And then not only did you affect all those people, because now they feel like, oh, shit, I can't talk about how I feel then, because they're going to do the same thing to me. So now I got to shut up. Now I can't express myself around this group of people. Because the way that they're perceiving it is not like, oh, it's because of what they said. To them, it's always because they said something. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But the whole point is, no, you're fucking leaking all over everybody. You're throwing shit at everybody because you're hurt. If you want to open up and talk about yourself and talk about the shit that you've been through, okay, fine, but don't start attacking other people. But see, even that, people don't understand. They just feel like, oh, that person got blocked. We don't have to talk about them. Let's not even talk about what just happened. Let's pretend nothing ever happened. And again, we're not talking. We just brush it under the rug and we're not talking about it. So back to you and your podcast, you might think that you're focusing on the negative. You might feel like all I do is I bitch and I complain and I just talk about all these negative things. I don't even want to listen to myself. Someone out there feels exactly the same way, but they don't have a platform and they don't have the desire to even talk, but they do have the desire to hear or feel like they're not alone. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good thing that you have all these platforms. It's a good thing that you have all these things that you can talk about, because that just means that you open the door for more people to relate to you and to relate to what you're saying and to apply it for themselves, because you're not just telling them, like, I had a shitty day today. You try and throw some, like, good in there. Like, oh, this is how I fixed my shitty day.
Yeah, by driving 20 miles back to my house to change Friday to Thursday.
And have your coffee. You had a coffee. You had a meal. You're doing your podcast.
It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day.
It wasn't just that.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Thank you, babe.
Yes, babe.
True that.
Yeah.
Is that everything?
Yeah.
Yes. I won't say anything more until the next episode.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, babe, for joining me on this continuous list of deep thinkers.
Thank you, babe, for having me.
Yes. And if you guys want to do some prompts with me, there are AM prompts and PM prompts. I try to remember to post them on my Twitter X, but you guys can also go and find them on MsDjHoodie.com. I also have some quotes on there and information of who said the quotes, so you guys can check out the authors, the poets, and book writers, and all of them, and educate yourself on these magnificent people. I'm learning a whole bunch of shit, and I'm just like, damn, like, I wonder what my Wikipedia is gonna say after I'm dead. When I'm dead. But yes, MsDjHoodie.com, and yeah, find the. Huh?
Sorry.
No, you're good. No, you're fine, baby.
Wait, what's the opposite of motivational speaker?
What's the opposite of a motivational speaker?
Yeah.
POS.
Oh shit! I was gonna say I want to be the opposite of what a motivational speaker.
Oh no. I don't know the opposite of motivational speaker. I mean, I guess me.
No.
Yes.
I'll be like, don't even try. Don't even open that book. No, don't do it. Just don't even buy it. Don't even look at it. Don't pass a bookstore. Just don't. What's the point? You're not gonna apply it. Just leave it. Leave it alone.
Oh,
don't even listen to an author. Don't listen to podcasts. Don't even watch movies. Just don't do anything. Just stay in bed all day. Nobody cares if you get out of bed. Just stay there.
You're like that asshole brother. Like.
Yes. Like,
oh, you think you're so smart with that book open, you doofus. Stupid. Yeah, you're like the bully brother. Don't be a bully brother.
That's my next Twitter X account, bully brother.
Bully brother. Oh my gosh. And now. Then I'm gonna ask bully brother onto the show. That would be hella funny.
Yeah.
I'll try to be like the motivational speaker throughout. Man, it's gonna be fucking hard, and then Rob's gonna be there shooting down everything. Yes. Yeah, Oscar the Grouch.
You should try it.
That would be hella funny. Mm-hmm.
Sorry. See, I bullied your outro.
Yes, you did.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Finish, blah, 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 blah. Not important.
Blah,
not
nobody
important.
cares.
Nobody cares. No one's ever gonna do it. No one's gonna do those stupid
Nobody's
prompts.
gonna go listen to your prompts and read it.
Yeah.
You gotta record it audio because nobody
if you
likes
go to MsDjHoodie.com, you're a loser.
Don't even go. Don't click on the link. There's a lot of reading on there. Don't do it.
Oh my gosh.
Reverse psychology, babe.
I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, he'll he saw the grab and go Cheeto Puff bag I got. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll give it to you if you say the opposite.
I did. I said I was gonna give you a family size one. See, it worked.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna get you one of the. Oh no, you say you don't like popcorn like that. I was gonna say I'm gonna get you one of those three. What is it, like 3 feet tall bags of fucking popcorn?
You know what I really like are those Christmas
stuff.
tin cans that have
Yeah.
like 4 different popcorns in it.
Yeah.
The ones that I
like
really
that-
eat
that
are the what was it? The cheddar and like heavy butter. Everyone else can
Oh.
just have the rest.
I just want the tin.
I just want the bucket.
Yes, I just want the bucket. Give me the bucket.
Man, that's my grandma. Man, we always hate it when we saw those by the tree because we're like, oh no, it's not a real present.
Like, how did
Yeah. Yeah, my grandma, I think she just bought us those for the tin can because she would put her flour in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we were all mad because we had popcorn that we didn't even like.
Man.
Did you like
That's
Cracker
funny.
Jacks as a kid?
Yes, I still do.
I like the
what those,
prizes.
What was that one thing? What is it called? The something toffee that we were talking about not too
What?
long ago. Remember that box that I sent you, the picture?
I
I
forget.
forgot what they're called. But they're pretty much that, like caramel popcorn. Truffle, ruffle, truffle, ruffle, some bullshit.
I don't even know. I don't remember.
Remember that I was eating it and you were like, what are you crunching on? And I'm like, that Laffy Taffy, ruffle, truffle, whatever.
Truffles.
I forgot what they're called. I don't know what
Wafers?
they're called.
Not
No.
wafers. I love wafers. Wafers are
They're
good.
caramel
Nutter butters.
popcorn.
Not nutter
And they
butters.
have nuts.
Fucking. What are those called?
I
Not
don't know.
nutter butters. Those are the peanut butter cookies with the
Wafer
peanut butter.
cookies, yeah.
What is that one by
that?
that Debbie Debbie Downer?
Little Debbie.
Debbie Downer. That's my cookie
Debbie has
brand.
Down syndrome? What? I just found out Debbie. See, I'm gonna start a rumor.
Those chocolate
Debbie from Little Debbie
wafer.
had. I know what you're
Oh,
talking
maybe
about, babe. I'm getting hungry.
I want that, and my sugar's gonna
But
go
that's not-
higher.
You know which ones I like that are similar to that? They're called
What?
whatchamacallits. The
What?
whatchamacallit.
I'm like, what? There's a such thing?
What is
See,
it?
I believe everything.
Whatchamacallit?
I
Well, what do
believe.
you call it?
What?
It's a whatchamacallit.
I don't know.
Babe,
I feel like you're tricking me. What?
it's a chocolate bar called whatchamacallit.
No way.
Yes.
Liar. I don't believe you. This isn't
believe
the
you.
bully brother. No, I don't believe you. I don't believe you right now. That's crazy. You
Yes.
fucking got me.
No, it's a candy bar, babe. They call it whatchamacallit.
Oh shit. I guess.
I swear, babe. I would not lie to you.
Show me a picture.
I am. I'm looking for it right now. Listen,
I think you're lying to me. I don't know.
I'm not. Okay, just wait. Don't end the show. I'm gonna send it right to you right now.
It's going to my head. I'm gonna pass out.
No, don't pass out. It's on your check your IG.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes. They're fucking good too. They're kind of like Nutter Butter, but thinner.
My mom's gonna open my door.
Uh-oh.
I feel her footsteps.
Mhm.
Yeah, it won't load. Oh, because, oh my gosh, there we go. Whatchamacallit. What? Are you kidding? They still sell these?
Yeah. Yes.
For $62.25?
Where? Oh.
Oh my
Yeah, but that's a
gosh.
36 count.
Oh shit! But for $62, you know what? I was watching a YouTube video today, and they I forget what, I think it was in Dubai, that one candy bar is like $50, or no, $20. But some other country, it was $50 for one candy bar.
Damn.
But I guess they went viral somehow, and that's when the prices shot up.
Yeah.
So that's
what's happening
robbery,
with
if you
eggs.
ask me. Huh?
That's the same thing that's happening with eggs. People figured out that they're healthy and that it doesn't affect your cholesterol. It's a multivitamin, pretty much. And the health industry was like, wait a minute, they're going to start eating eggs? Okay, well, we'll just make them expensive.
Just buy your own chicken. Buy a couple
Yes.
chickens.
Get yourself a rooster, a cock, and some hens. Get the hens and the
Yes.
cock.
Give them names so you don't kill them.
Mr. Pants.
Oh, I miss Pants.
Yeah.
I saw his picture the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have to get his picture printed.
Yeah.
Miss my boy
Yeah.
pants. Now I'm sad.
No. He's in a farm somewhere,
Child. Where's my
fighting with
child?
people.
He's probably
fight
the
with
head
someone
honcho of some gang in LA somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, again,
I still
thank
wanna
you,
know
babe,
what
for
this
joining
is.
me on this episode. Huh?
I'm still trying to Crunchy Munch. No, it's not Crunchy Munch.
Oh my
I'm
god,
still
I
trying to
want
figure out what it
chocolate.
is.
I want chocolate. Oh, I still have those ice cream. Reese's.
Nice.
Yeah, let me tell you guys real quick. I was doing deliveries and I think I recorded something on it. It still got to be edited on the re-up, but yeah, I fucked up somebody's order. I went to the wrong fucking Dairy Queen and demanded that they make the order because I'm just like, you're gonna make my order. Oh, went to the wrong fucking place. And so I waited for the order. It was 2 mini Reese's Blizzards. And when I got in my car, I was like, okay, I'm going to the destination. Fucking took me to another fucking Dairy Queen and was like, okay, go inside and pick up this person's order. And I was like, what? Because I was like, why do I have to drop off at the mall when there's literally a Dairy Queen inside the mall? And I fucking looked at it and it said that order. And I was like, oh my God, I fucking went to the wrong Dairy Queen, demanded they make the ice cream. I was like, I have the order right here and it's for these Blizzards. And they were like, oh, okay, yeah, it didn't come up on our end, but we'll go ahead and make it. And she watched me because you have to confirm the pickup and you have to show them that you confirmed it. I confirmed everything. And she was like, okay, thank you. And then out I fucking walk with it. I was like, oh my God. And I was so late on the delivery. And Dairy Queen was in the middle of the fucking mall. And I wasn't about to hike all that shit. And I was like, I'll just cancel this. Looking over my shoulder at the Blizzard sitting there like, it would be a shame to throw them out because the app will tell you to throw it out. So I was like, I'll just take it home. So I still got those Reese's Blizzards in the freezer.
So I found out what they're called. It's fiddle faddle.
Like a dilly dally.
Yeah.
If you guys know what a dilly dally is, put it in the chat. You nasty if you know. You nasty.
What is it? Now I want to know.
Oh no! You guys put it in the chat for Rob. Put it
No,
in the
you
chat.
tell me.
Oh my God, dilly dally is like fooling around.
Really?
Yes, dilly dally.
It's like
What's a
wasting
dilly
time,
dally?
right?
Huh?
Like wasting time and stuff? Procrastinating?
A dilly
Taking
dally?
time? Yeah.
No, fooling around like sex.
What?
That's a dilly dally. Yeah, it's a old school term for like no dilly dallying around. Like,
Really?
you know.
Yeah,
Like
I thought that meant
in
like
their Shirley
wasting time
Temple
or
days.
procrastinating.
No.
Yeah.
Dilly dally.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's like fooling around. You know what? Let's look it up. And I'm gonna have to know before I end this show. What is a dilly? Ooh, I want a dilly bar.
What? There's a silly part.
You should. Speaking of Dairy Queen. Oh, it says to waste time. I don't believe that. Dilly dallying is like messing around.
Yeah, messing around, wasting time, procrastinating,
No.
dragging your feet.
No.
That's what I
AI
always
is
thought it was,
wrong. AI
Yeah,
is
we're
wrong.
wrong.
You guys heard it here first on the White Man Podcast. It's wrong.
So fooling around.
Go
that's
up to
being
your
silly.
nearest old person and ask them what a dilly dally is. And if they say, oh my gosh, child, shut your mouth. Then
Does it
you
depend on the
know.
region? Does it depend on the region?
I don't
Is
know.
it
Hold
something
on.
that's
Dilly
down
dally
south?
in the U.S. It's so wrong.
Maybe it's a down south type of thing.
Dilly dally in English. Is that like British?
Maybe.
I doubt it. I know people in the South used to say it a lot. Dilly
Yeah,
dally.
it sounds like a southern thing, but no, I
Hold
always
on.
thought it
I'll
was
put
like
in the South.
Like, have you ever heard someone say sweaty palms? Like, oh, they were just sweaty palming it. Have you ever heard that?
No. Sweaty
In Spanish,
palms.
it's mano sudada, which means that, like, fooling around. Not like full on, sex.
Yeah,
and stuff,
just
but like,
being inappropriate.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, you were
See-
sweaty palming it with that chick over there. It's like, what?
Yeah.
I know. It's like Netflix and chill, bro.
Let's see how many fucking fingerprints is on that bitch.
No.
Oh no.
No.
See, it says, what is dilly-dally in the South? And it says indecisive or delaying action. I don't think
Who
so.
told you this, babe? Did you see it on the show, or did somebody tell you that?
Oh my gosh, I was in the South for some time. And they said
I know, like,
dilly-dally. And that was like, yeah, like, you know, you guys know, no kissing, touching, holding hands, no nothing. That's dilly-dallying.
no, I've never heard that.
Yeah,
Miss
I don't know.
Parker?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go find yourself a Miss Parker and ask her, you want a dilly-dally? And if she understands what you're saying, yo, you still heard it here on the Y Run. Told you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well now what's a dilly bar?
A dilly bar is like it's an ice cream, or it's like a hockey puck vanilla ice cream that's dipped in chocolate.
Hockey puck, vanilla ice cream. Oh no, babe, where
Oh
have
my
you been?
gosh, it's so good. You know the
Is that
old
a
school
Southern
Mickey
thing too?
Mouse ice creams? You
Yes,
remember? Remember
Yes.
they dip half of the ice cream, the ears,
yes,
in chocolate?
yes.
That, but minus the ears, and the whole thing is vanilla but dipped in chocolate. That's a dilly bar. And it's fucking
Okay.
amazing.
Is it like those the chocolate covered cones? Like the
Yeah,
peanuts?
those are fucking bomb too. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's so good.
Hell yeah. Shit, man,
Damn.
you're gonna make me say fuck my bottle cap. I'm on my way.
Hey, it's early enough. Have a scoop of that thing in the freezer.
Yeah, I will. I'll have like a spoon. I just want like a taste.
Mm,
I
that's
deserve starving myself to death. I see how he just laughs at my ribs poking out.
I laughed because you ate. I did not. I could, but I didn't eat. I haven't eaten.
Oh my gosh. Mm.
I'm starving. And now
Oh,
I want
no.
candy. Well, not candy, but chocolate bar.
Hell yeah.
Dilly dally. Dilly dallying around with this outro, babe. Do it. I won't interrupt anymore. Go for it.
Mm-hmm. Put it in the chat if you believe or not. And I mean believe.
Believe me. Go.
Believe. Again, thank you, babe, so much for joining me on this episode.
Thank you again for having me.
Yes, babe. And thank you all so much for tuning in to the premiere and or pressing play. Don't forget to add, rate, comment, subscribe, follow, and share. And we will check you guys in the next Y Run podcast live. Peace.
Bye.